Today we will speak about crossing the break and one tip in particular that will help you to cross the break 10 times easier. For those people that don't know me yet, hi, my name is Fabian Hügli. I'm the principal clarinetist of Cairo Opera House, and I'm leading an online community that helps intermediate and advanced clarinetists to get to a great level. Yeah, from good to great is the motto, from having technical issues to not having any technical issues at all. If you're a clarinetist with 3+ years of experience, we have in the community people ranging from 3 to 20 years of experience, then I would invite you to join. And I'm 100% sure it will be super helpful for you. So link is down in the description if you would love to join the community and my full course. So the problem that most people have with crossing the break is that there isn't a lot of stability there because of the fingering. Okay, so the main thing we will speak about today is the fingering and how can we improve our fingers so that we can gain a lot more stability. So what most people do when they start out, they will have, for example, an A, and then they will cross the break like this. They will play the A and then put all their fingers down to get to the next register. So this is already the problem. If you cross the break in this way, then you will always have a very crucial, unstable moment because you essentially go from no fingers on to all fingers on, which is one of the biggest changes, probably the biggest change on the clarinet that happens. Okay, so there's a huge impulse happening to your clarinet if you slam all your fingers at once onto the clarinet. If you're just doing this tiny little step from A to B, but people slam all their fingers on top of the clarinet and then expect it to sound soft and nicely slurred. Now let's avoid this mistake together and let's introduce a completely new technique from today on. And I would love it if you would from today on always cross the break like this. Not only in slow passages when you have time to think about it, but even every time you pass the break in a fast passage. Okay, and so I will introduce it as a concept, but it will take some time for you to implement if you haven't been doing it yet. Okay, so if, for example, you want to go from A to B, we would now put the entire right hand already down and prepare the next note that you would like to play after the break. Okay? Because essentially the throat tones from G upwards, they have the characteristic that they are not influenced by the right hand being down. Okay, so the right hand being down doesn't do anything to those notes. Therefore, we can put the entire right hand already down. Now, it is basically a little bit of a challenging task for the brain because you will have to put the right fingers down at the right time. So the best way to practice this is, for example, to just practice all of the scales from F major on and just do one octave, okay? And you will now, for example, with F major, you will find the right point to put down, because B flat is the last throat tone in F major, and the next note that comes after the B flat is the C. Now we need to find out when is the right time to put the right hand on, okay? And in this case, we see we can already put the entire right hand on for the C when we reach the A. So it's not only at the very last note, the B flat, where we can put the right hand down, but we can already put the right hand down on the C during the A. Now we go to the next scale, basically E major. Here we also realize we can already stabilize and put our entire right hand onto the fingerings of the B that comes after the A. We can put it on during the G sharp. Okay, and this very big difference, like super unstable, and it's a big shock wave that's going through the instrument if we don't do this trick. Now let's do F sharp major. Here you can also put the B already down during the G sharp. Now we can do G major, okay, a pretty frequent scale in our repertoire. Here I wouldn't put it 2 before, I would just put it onto the A. Because if I put it during the G, the right hand, the G is going to be a little bit flat. So I just put it during the A. So in essence, you will need to learn a new fingering for each scale during the time where you cross the break. And from this moment on, you will always finger the scale in this way. So for example, if I have an F major run, my right hand is always on. This is just my standard fingering to play a F major scale. And now the thing is, we can do this as well for arpeggios. So arpeggios are even more dangerous if it comes to this topic. Because everything happens more quick. If we have arpeggio runs like this, which we have a lot on the clarinet, and we don't do this trick, those arpeggios will be very unstable and mistakes will be very, very likely to happen. So what we do is exactly the same thing. Just the fingering for the A will be the A plus the fingering of the right hand of the note that comes after the A. And this will be your arpeggio fingering for always, the F major arpeggio. And you will never play it like this just because it's written like this, the A in the fingering chart that you got when you first opened your clarinet case. Okay, so from now on, if you play F major, you will do the A in this way. If you play another arpeggio, you will play the A with another fingering from here, the fingering that fits the next note that should come after the A. Okay, so quite complicated topic, I know, but if you would like to dive deeper into stuff that does work, stuff that does solve all your clarinet technique problems, join clarinetmasterclass.com. It's my program. It's for intermediate clarinetists with 3+ years of experience. If this is you, great, sign up. Link is down in the description below, and I'm looking forward to having you on.